All right, those were sentiments, or rather, we were live in Kilifi County, and Interior CS Kithure Kindiki was bringing us up to speed on the happenings that are ongoing in Shakahola, where thus far 109 people, the death toll is, or rather the bodies that have been exhumed stand at 109. We'll be bringing you up to speed as more developments come up. Now, I'd like us to go back to our conversation at hand, and Katha, we were with you where you were telling us, or rather like giving us your sentiments on the 77% of unemployed are the youth, and the youth are standing at 35 years and below. Let's finish.
Yeah, thank you. I think as I was saying, and I'm sorry for what is happening in Kilifi.
It's quite unfortunate.
It shows that the economics or the arms of economics seem not to be serving Kenyans well, and so they are seeking refuge in spiritual economics. And sometimes this leads us to catastrophes like the one we are facing. Now, on youth unemployment, I was saying that, it's like we are operating on a three-wheel vehicle, because if about 40 or 55, almost 55% of the population segment is out of the labor market, that is where unemployment is highest, then we cannot be able to, operate at the optimum level of efficiency that we are supposed to do. But we also need to look at what is underlying this particular scenario. One, I want to applaud the government for the competence-based curriculum, and hope that it is not serving rhetoric, but it is serving a purpose of creating greater competency skills that actually meet the demands of the labor market. Number two, we need to look around what is the mechanics behind the job creation. And so we need to think about what incentives do we need to give to the investors so that they can be able to choose Kenya as the preferred destination of investment, so that industries can be set up in this country, and so that people can be able to get decent jobs.
Okay.
And that means the investment climate, we need to do a thorough review to see whether there are barriers that make it impossible or even difficult for investments to operate in this country more efficiently. Then number three is about the question of elasticity for employment creation in various sectors. It is not the same. For instance, if you are to invest in real estate or in a service industry, the outcomes are different. And so we need to look at, for example, now the engine of artificial intelligence, big data science, and also innovation, so that as a country we take proactive policies to tap on the opportunities that we have in this particular sector. Right. Number four, it is more easily said that the youth need to be given resources for them to start to self-employ. Yet, these youths are ill prepared in most cases. So we need to think about how do we make them prepared as entrepreneurs.
All right. Just hold of that thought. On our screens, as we can see, President William Ruto has arrived at Uhuru Gardens. He was received by the Kotu Secretary General Francis Atoli and the Labour Cabinet Secretary, that is Florence Bore. Earlier on, we also saw the presence of the Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi. We should be, the President and the Kotu Secretary General should be addressing us in just a bit. Back to you, Kefa.
Thank you so much. So we need to look at segments of the economy that have higher elasticity, so that for every 1 shilling you put in, then you have a chance of a higher rate of return in terms of employment creation. And Kipra has done studies on this, and we can see trade, information technology, and the services sector have got quite a huge potential for employment creation. And so deliberately, government policy and also private sector players need to focus on that, so that we can create more opportunities for the youth. Right. Finally, the question of training in entrepreneurship is very important, and also making access to capital a reality for the youth. I want to applaud county governments that I have seen. For instance, Nairobi County, where Governor Sakaja has deliberately come up with the robust structure of government that focuses more on digital transformation, digital economy, and also created structures for incubation of innovation that we are looking at and investing deliberately to ensure that youths are able to reap from this. And the question of economic stimulus, kazi mtaani,